Tracking, you guys know we love that on this channel. Nerdy analytical stuff. This isn't too deep stuff, but I want to start doing this. I mentioned this last week. I want to start doing this throughout the season so you can see where this team is progressing, individual players. All good this week. It feels good when we win. It feels good when all aspects of the team are playing really well. So stat tracking this week will be a little bit of fun for us. Let's jump right into this sucker.
Bear down, sports making Chicago proud.
Oops, move things around too early there. Sorry about that. All right, so first off the bat, pass block efficiency. We want to know how this offensive line is doing. All good things this week. Braxton Jones, especially with his bounce back game. 0 pressures allowed. Really, really solid game for Braxton when he was being called out last week. Last week, we had 28 total pressures on the season. He was responsible for 13 of those. Now you can see we had 6 more. So 34 pressures on the year, which is fine. You want it to be down a little bit. They only allowed 6 last week, so that's really good. And no sacks on the week, so that's really good. You can see after week 2, we were 25th in pass block efficiency as an entire offensive line, 81.2 overall efficiency grade. Up this week, we're all the way up to 15th, side with Seattle. So that's a good spot to be in. You've got to improve from somewhere. You can see, let me take me off screen for a second. We were 29th in 2022, 26th in 2023, 21st last year, but 84.1, so looking a lot better. Now 83.3, that's 15th in the league right now, so that's really good. It's looking a lot better. Joe Thuney, everything he was advertised to be when we traded for him, 73 overall grade, so he's really the shining star so far. No sacks allowed from Thuney and no penalties, so that's one of the big problems this year with players who are otherwise relatively playing well. Jonah Jackson playing really well as well. Darnell Wright playing really, really well, but penalties from both of them. 6 from Darnell Wright, 3 from Jonah Jackson, so a little bit of cleaning up to do, but this last game was significantly better. Braxton looking like he gets some more chances, some more reps, but Theo Benedict did come in for Darnell Wright when Darnell Wright was injured, and Theo Benedict looked really good. So that's good. It's good to have a good swing guy. He played right tackle, and, he's our backup left tackle, so he played right tackle, and he played really well. So he did good in the game for us. This is all good. This is all gravy on the offensive line, so it's looking good there for pass block efficiency. They got to start stacking things, and you're going to see this with every area of the team. I want to see them stack weeks upon weeks. With Vegas this week, there's a really good opportunity to stack weeks together. All right, concern number 2, Caleb getting sacked. It was nice to have a game where he wasn't sacked, right? 0 sacks. He's eluding the pressure. It looks really good. I know this is tiny on your screen, so just let me explain this one to you. This is all quarterbacks. The week before, after week 2, Caleb was ranked 20th and pressures turned into sack. This is where this is organized by. So Caleb was 20th. He's all the way up to 16th after allowing 0 pressures. Of those 6, 8 by other metrics. Some places had 8 pressures, some had 6. But we'll say 6. Of those 6 pressures, 0 turned into sacks. So his pressure turned into sacks rate is only 15.8% now, which is absolutely phenomenal. I'm sorry, this is organized by total overall offensive grade, but he's at 15.8 on sack total there. So as we look at Caleb and his overall metrics, will make me a little bit bigger here. There's Caleb. These numbers are coming down for mathing it out for 17 games for the 2025 year. Here's 2024. We're rolling through this quick. I know, guys. I'm sorry. 241 defensive pressures allowed in 2024. Now it's 38. He's now, before this week, he was projected to have 200 and almost 60. Now it's projected for 215. Those averages are coming down, and we need to stack those weeks together. It's looking good. His sacks last year, 64. He's been sacked 6 times this year. At the click we're going at now, he's going to be sacked half as many times. That's going to lead to higher offensive efficiency. It's going to lead to a young quarterback being able to have confidence to stay in the pocket and take a flea flicker that was a little floated up there and bomb it out to Luther Burden. It's going to take a lot of pressure off him. His pressures turned into sacks, which is a lot on him. This is primarily on him. How many of those he takes? Almost cut in half now. So 15.8, last year 28.2. Time to throw, we've talked about how that's not extremely correlative as long as he can do his part to minimize the sacks when those come. So this is more important as the time to throw, but his time to throw is coming down a little bit from last week. Last week it was 3.3 range, but that's fine. The scrambles is relative as well, as depends on what he does with the scramble, so that's good. His adjusted completion percentage on the year 71.3, his completion percentage on the year 63.4. Both those metrics need to come up. But for his tracking his passing stats, we know we want a quarterback over 4,000 yards for once. We've got right here, he's on pace now for 4,063 yards. So he's on pace now. He's got 717, and he's right up there with the leaders in the league. On pace for 40 touchdowns. So he's on pace to blow out that 30 touchdown rate that no Bears quarterback has done before. On pace right there for 40. He's got 7. He's tied for the league lead with Aaron Rodgers at 7 touchdown on the year. Guys, as many of you know, I have not taken a paid promotion. I have not worked with any sports betting companies or any grooming or ball trimming companies to be able to bring advertisements on this channel. I am going to self-promote here. I have run an insurance brokerage in Nevada for over 15 years, almost 20 years now, called Platinum Insurance. I'm going to put the link in the comments. Those of you who want to try to get a quote in Illinois now, I've expanded to Illinois. So I'm going to self-promote on my channel. I'm not going to take a lot of time on it, but if you guys do, I'm going to give away, for those who give me a shot to quote their insurance, a sports card, from one of your favorite players. This one's DJ Moore. Send you a DJ Moore card. I'll send you a card like that if you let me just have a shot. Go to the website. I'm going to link it in the comments. Go to the website. Fill in your information. I'll get back to you with what I need from you. I want to quote you guys out. I want to see if I can beat your insurance rates. You guys know me a little bit. See what I can do with my actual profession. This is my 9-to-5 job. I do the podcast for fun. I do it to interact with you guys. But I am expanding to Illinois. If you live in Arizona, Utah, or Nevada, I work in those 4 states now. So let me see what I can do for you guys. All right, next up, we got the receivers. So Romo Dunze still leading the way here. Romo Dunze with 227 yards on the year. He's on pace for 1,286. DJ Moore, 137 yards. He's on pace for 776. Luther Burden now jumps into third. I do organize this week by who the leaders are. So Luther Burden, with his big game, is now at 103 yards on the season. I don't think that's right, actually. All right, I had to double check myself. It is actually right. He has 103 yards on the season. He had the negative game to start the year. They're using him properly now. Let's go, Luther. Let's see what you can do. He's on pace for 584. We've got Olamide Zaccheaus at 442 on pace for. He's got 78 for the year. Cole Kmet with 70. He's on pace for 397. And Colston Loveland finally starting to have a decent game. And he got injured. I didn't know that at first, so thanks for you guys who pointed that out. It came out on Twitter right after I released the other video. So, yes, hopefully he's on pace to come back with the Raiders game. He's on pace for 244. And then sad news for our old boy Tyler Scott. He got cut from the Colts today from the practice squad, so he's looking for a new home. Tyler Scott always hoped he had a chance, but this is what I want to say. With Olamide Zaccheaus, with Luther Burden, we've got what we were looking for when we drafted Tyler Scott, when we drafted Velus Jones Jr. Like, we've got the replacement. Those guys are both looking phenomenal to fill in as wide receiver 3 and 4. We've got a legit wide receiver core now. I'm confident as Caleb stacks these wins and stacks these opportunities with no sacks and with getting the ball out on time and looks really good like he has. All these guys' production is going to come up. It's going to be fun to watch as they progress and as these stats go through the season. So this is going to be a fun video series for me to do to watch how these guys progress. All right, and last, I'm going to move to the running backs and the rushing yards. This is not a good one for me because I'm getting more and more convinced with DeAndre Swift and with Kyle Monangai. He's a rookie. I know he needs more time, and he did look good breaking some tackles, but he's got to keep going north. He can't break those tackles and go south. He had some bad opportunities there that went awry for him a little bit. Caleb Williams being second in rushing after 3 games and, only a third of the way, or 33% of down from what DeAndre Swift is not a good thing. And DeAndre Swift's yards after contact, his yards per carry, not great. So Kyle Monangai breaking some tackles, but not really getting the production out of it. We need something to change because we brought these guys in. We brought in Drew Dahlman. We brought in Joe Tooney. Darnell Wright's been phenomenal at run blocking. And we're not getting the yard production. I don't know what the problem is. I'm not going to say it's Eric Bieniemy because he's got a historic. He's got a history in the NFL where he's looked really good with his running backs and being offensive coordinator. Something's got to change, and I really think the Bears need to stop being ignorant to adding a running back. They've got to bring somebody else in. Our old boy Khalil Herbert just got signed to a practice squad somewhere today. I just saw that. Someone's got to figure out what needs to happen with the running back room, because this running back room is just not productive enough. When your lead running back is an 844-yard pace for the season, it's got 149 through 3 games and on pace for 844. It's not solid. Your quarterback on pace for 550 is phenomenal for quarterbacks. You see Caleb ranks third as far as quarterbacks grading at running. Jalen Hurts, Patrick Mahomes ahead of him, Baker Mayfield, Geno Smith, Lamar Jackson right behind him. So he's phenomenal at understanding when to scramble, when to take off, and when to get those yards. So Caleb's looking phenomenal. Our running back room is not helping right now. I think we're really a running back away from having a phenomenal situation in Chicago where we're a balanced attack and we're offensively a juggernaut. Defense, another issue. And so, as I said before, we're going to start tracking defense a little bit more after the bye. So maybe after week 4, maybe into the bye week, we'll start tracking that a little bit more. The defense needs a little opportunity to come together, and I want to see some other things before I start tracking them. But these stats are easily trackable on offense. So that's what you got right now from the running back room, and I'm not happy about it. You guys can leave me your comments in the comments in the chat for that, though, if you'd like. Sorry, tongue-tied. But that's your stat tracking through 3 games on the offensive side. Primarily, we'll start doing the defense right after. We're going to do this every single week. So I do appreciate you guys tuning into the channel. It's fun for me. This is a good side hobby, and it's fun to interact with you guys. No, it's not my bread and butter. You saw my bread and butter. Hit that link in the comments and go check it out. Just fill your information in there. I'll get back with you with what I need, and I'd love to quote you guys out. But let me know what you think about stats. What stuck out this week? Obviously, Caleb with 4 touchdowns is huge, leading the league in touchdowns, right at the top with yards total and yards per game now. Stacking some of those together through these next 8 weeks will be really valuable, especially with this upcoming schedule coming up for us. You've got the Raiders this week, a bye to regroup and get things. Commanders, Saints, Ravens, Bengals, Giants. There's easily a handful of those that are winnable. And even you see how the Ravens played against the Lions. There's some chinks in their armor too. I'm not saying right now I'd say we're going to lose to the Ravens, but I'm saying you stack these things, you get win against the Raiders, Commanders, and Saints, and you can start to feel some momentum. There's a shot. Any team has a shot in a game as long as you're coming in prepared. And I think Ben Johnson can have us prepared for some of these things. So I'm feeling pretty good about the team right now. But I think with everybody, we're all going to see we're going to want to see those things stacked together to be able to see some opportunities. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. Till next time, thanks for tuning in. Da Bears, and bear down.